leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye. Up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat, hit them blood, you can see it in my eye.
All right, what's up, fam bam? Y'all let me know how the volume is. Let me rewind it, because this is only, this music is, I think, 3 hours on. Yeah. Let me know if it is loud enough, put a Y. If it is too loud, put the number 2. And I will adjust it. Good to see you, Cody. Thank you so much for showing up. Reggie, thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, love, and happiness. Good to see you, my love. Patty Munn, good to see you. Good to see you. Grand Rising. Tracy, good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Trisha, good to see you. Thank you so much. Good to see the fam bam back in the building. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. For the rest of your days. I need to watch that movie again. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. I love that name of your channel. Everybody needs to learn from that. DeeDee, good to see you. All right, so the volume is okay. Good, good, good. Antoinette, good to see you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. I am in the middle of trying to finish laundry, so in about 20 minutes, I'm going to have to go check on it, and then I will be right back. So tonight's, or this morning rather, since technically it is morning, I'm going to talk about the Jay-Z and Beyonce death threats after the rape case from the 13-year-old, the woman who was previously 13-year-old with accusations has apparently dropped the case. Kanye West says men are the real victims when it comes to rape cases. And I just want to say to Kanye West, sir, I know you're trying so hard to be relevant, because the only thing that gives you relevance right now is your naked wife at, the public indecency of it all. But Kanye, sir, I'm going to need you to cállate la boca, shut your mouth. There's no such thing as men who are being accused being the victims, especially when the men being accused are being accused by hundreds of people. And it is my opinion that the accusations have to have some sort of validity to them. I just don't believe hundreds of people are lying on the diddler and Jay-Z. I just don't. You're welcome, my love. Peace, love, and happiness. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I've been doing my honey, trying to clear out the mucus and things of that. So if I have to temporarily pause to blow my nose, you guys know why. All right, so give me 1 second. And definitely I want to thank everybody for your loyalty to the channel. Thank everybody who's been sending prayers and positive energy. Thank you to those who have directly been encouraging. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you to everyone who has been sending donations. I definitely do appreciate that. And for those who would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And I'm in the process of setting up new accounts. So my PayPal account is still active, but I'm just going to create some new accounts for those who don't have access to Cash App that are out of the country. Once I do get that set up, I will post it. I know a few people are asking me how could they donate that don't have access to Cash App. So bear with me. I shall have that up and running later today. But for those who do have access to Cash App that I wanted to donate, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I definitely want to give special thanks for all of the prayers. I have definitely been feeling them, and all of your guys' positive energy is definitely appreciated. So give me 1 second. I'm actually pulling up some of the articles that I'm getting ready to present screen. And then give me 1 second. Yeah, in about 15 minutes, I'm going to go check on the clothes because I need to get those in the dryer. All right. Now, right at the beginning, I'm going to go ahead and share screen because I'm still getting questions about the readings. For those, there was one request that came in. Bear with me. I'll try to get that done as soon as possible. But just keep in mind, family, I am doing a lot of moving. But I will, for the ones who actually followed the directions, I will get yours done. So anyway, for those who have continued to ask, how do I request a reading? Again, go to my YouTube channel homepage, click on the very last page tab that says post, and it is the second post down. So again, you can select, if you want a spiritual psychic reading, you do need to make sure that you specify in your email which category you want your spiritual psychic reading to cover. And the times that are available for the spiritual psychic readings are 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes. It is the exact donation amounts that I have posted, which are also all angelic numbers. That is the reason that I've selected those particular donation amounts, even though technically it's lower than the actual amount of minutes. And then be sure to oh, you know what, I forgot to update that. Let me take PayPal off of there. Hold on, I just realized that was still on there. So yeah, for now, if you have access to Cash App, use Cash App. If you don't, like if you're out of the country, then like I said, once I get everything taken care of later today, I will add that to the post. Because I know there's a couple of other international ways that donations can be sent. But yes, you would send your reading request to my email. Include in your reading request, if you want a spiritual psychic reading, which category and the time the length of time you want your reading to be. If you want me to be live on video, you will add a $10 donation per reading, no matter what type of reading you are choosing, even if that is a channeled ancestral and psychic medium session, which those are a $60 donation per hour. The Reiki healing sessions virtual are $65 donation per hour, and that includes weekly manifestation affirmations that you can use. So again, for any of the readings that you would like to request, be sure to select your category. Make sure you put that in your email. Again, I don't select readings for people. I don't tell you what you need. You are to make that decision yourself. Select the length of time you want the reading. And if you want me live on video, add $10 donation per reading and send your email. And once I have your reading recorded, I will send you the link that you will have direct access to. It will be a private link because I do have to select a destination for when I'm recording. So it will be a private link that no one else has access to but you. And once you receive your reading, it's yours, permanently. And if some people might want to go back and rewatch it and things like that. So I want to make sure at the very beginning that I point that out, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't really know how much more simple I can make that, but I do continue to get the questions. So I want to make sure that you guys see exactly how to do it. I got quite a few questions via email and comments. So, and I'm also going to share with you guys, I saw 222 at least 5 times a day, and I saw 555 quite a bit, and also 444. So I want to share this before we get into the thick of things. Angel number, you know what? I am going to turn this down a little bit because it sounds almost like I'm having to speak too loudly over it. Angel number 222. The numerology meaning, one of the first things you need to understand about the angel number 222 is its numerology meaning. This number is a combination of the energies and attributes of the number 2 repeated 3 times, amplifying its influences. Number 2 resonates with balance, harmony, adaptability, diplomacy, and cooperation. In numerology, the number 2 is often associated with relationships, partnerships, and collaborations. Therefore, angel number 222 represents a balance in your life and a reminder that you are not alone. So if you're seeing 222, if you keep seeing that angel number frequently, it's a sign that your angels are trying to communicate with you. This number appears in your life to remind you that you are not alone and that your angels are always with you. This number signifies a time of balance and harmony in all areas of your life. Your angels want you to trust yourself and your abilities and have faith that everything will work out. Angel number 222 is also known as a manifestation number. This number is a powerful reminder that you have the ability to manifest your dreams and desires. And so, I fully understand why the angels kept showing me this tonight, just because collectively everything that's been going on in my real world outside of YouTube and tonight, it wasn't really horrible, but just like a whole bunch of annoying circumstances, and I had to ground and center myself and meditate and get back to my center and realize that everything that I want and desire, from deeper spiritual knowledge, peace, healing, abundance, love, true partnerships in terms of spirituality, like others who are like me of a high vibration, and of course, prosperity, but that's not just financial. Prosperity is peace. It's overcoming challenges and being on the receiving end of the reward for the endurance. So if you're one of those who you might be facing a lot of different challenges and obstacles, a lot of times that is the Most High's way of testing our faith and endurance. But it's also letting me know, because I literally saw 222 like 5 times a day, and 5, it represents new beginnings. So I realized, okay, no matter what comes my way, just like Ty Tribbet's song, I'm going to keep moving forward and staying in the belief that I really can manifest any and everything that I desire. So I love the confirmation here. Again, this number is a powerful reminder that you have the ability. Lost my place here. Oh, that needed to come out. That you have the ability to manifest your dreams and desires. It's a call to focus on your intentions and visualize what you want to create in your life. Your angels are telling you that you have the power to make your dreams a reality if you maintain a positive mindset and trust in the universe to bring you what you need. So I love the message in that. It's not about what happens to you. It's not about what obstacles may be brought your way. It's about you knowing that if you maintain a positive mindset and keep your frequency high and trust that the universe is going to bring you what you need, it will. So from a spiritual perspective, angel number 222 signifies the presence of your angels and spirit guides in your life. This number is a reminder that you are connected to the divine and that you are being spiritually guided. Your angels are supporting you on your spiritual journey and encouraging you to trust in your intuition and inner wisdom. This number is a message of hope and encouragement during times of spiritual growth and transformation. And me being a Scorpio, we are the sign of transformation. We're the sign of death and rebirth. And as we evolve to the highest frequency of a Scorpio, we go through the Phoenix phase, Phoenix rising from the ashes. So I absolutely love that. Now they have more meanings, but there's a whole lot. So that's why I usually stop at like the first 3. I will drop this link in the chat for you guys. That way, if you want to look up angel numbers or, repeated numbers that you might be seeing, then you can go ahead and study that and, see what it means for you. A humidifier, no, because it's confirmed there's black mold in here. Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Luna. Thank you, family. Thank you so much. And yeah, hit the like button. Let me check and see where the likes are at right now. We're at 20, so we're almost there. Family, make sure that you like the video coming in. I do want to request at the beginning of this video, well, live, because it's a live. Please do not type in all caps in the chat. It does lower the live in the feed. And try to limit your emojis under 4 so that it doesn't lower the video in the algorithm. Cody, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I thank you for that. Anyone that wants to donate, thank you so much. And if you're not able to, just continue to send prayers. I do appreciate that. Yes, but Antoinette, I'm going to need you to abbreviate your curse words in the chat, okay? Don't actually spell the curse words out, like abbreviate them. And I'm actually going to speak on that tonight. So that's okay, my love. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Cody. Yeah, we want to make sure that we are not spelling out the curse words because, again, that lowers the video in the algorithm. Yas Plan, thank you so much for tuning in. Grand Rising. Yeah, so that 222, that's the angels communicating with you. They're letting you know you're not alone. And everything is going to work out. The key is to keep your mindset focused on positive things and to keep your frequency high, even in the midst of tests and trials and challenges to just keep your vibrations high. Yes, good to see you. Good to see you. Getting the tone in my right ear. Yeah, if your ear is ringing, that is angels and ancestors trying to give you a spiritual download. So definitely, like, if you wanted to learn more about that, you could select a divine purpose reading or a spiritual protection, but more like a divine purpose if you're wanting to know, how to tap in to the spiritual communication that they're trying to give you. Now, the other one that I saw a lot today was the 555 angel number. Let me take a look at y'all's comments. Grand rising to you, Faye. Thank you so much for tuning in. Right. Grand rising, Yvonne. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much, CC. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you. Yeah. That's the whole point, is to create an energy of peace. Yeah, no, CC, I do know that. That's why they're supposed to be taking care of it, but more than likely, I don't think, this will be a temporary situation. I'll just say that. Now, with angel number 555, I'm going to go ahead and put the link for this one in the chat. And there is the link. So, angel number meaning for 555. 555 represents change and transformation. It signals that a significant change is about to happen in your life, and you must have faith in yourself and the universe to guide you through it. You are spiritually evolving, and the angels are reminding you to trust the journey and embrace the new opportunities that are coming your way. So, like, for instance, in my real life situation, the uncertainty from day to day is something that I don't like. As a Scorpio, we are control freaks. I like to be in control of my life, be in control of everything in terms of ensuring that I have stability, ensuring that, my life doesn't feel so out of control. And what I got tonight when I did my meditation is that it's never about lack. It's never about what isn't happening. It's always about how I respond, because the universe responds to your vibrations. So when you start to encounter challenges, if you respond from a place of worry and panic, which that is a physiological symptom of Graves' disease, I have to remember I am a limitless being. I literally am a limitless being experiencing a human existence. So I practice the evolution, and I practice trusting the journey. I practice embracing new opportunities, and I speak them into existence. Like, I'm literally in expectation of miracles and blessings and new beginnings to manifest. So it's just amazing, because I saw 555 multiple times today, and I saw 222 5 times, and 5 again alone represents change and transformation and new beginnings. So I am grateful for the uncertainty, because it puts me in a faith. It puts me in a space to increase my faith and trust that everything I want, need, and desire and deserve is indeed coming towards me. So the meaning of seeing angel number 555, the hanger is annoying. If you keep seeing angel number 555, it is a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to your thoughts. What you think on constantly is literally what you're focusing on. And whatever you are focusing on, you're giving your power to. So you may not be able to change certain circumstances. You may not be able to change what happens to you, but you can control your thoughts. And you can focus on manifestation of abundance and healing and peace, or you can focus on everything's horrible, the world sucks, people ain't shit. You know, I pay attention to the way that I speak and the way that I think, and I also pay attention to the way others speak, because a lot of people don't know they will speak things over their lives, not realizing that that's what they're going to manifest. Like, for instance, a particular situation that came up tonight, I was like, I don't think I'm going to have enough for this. And then I caught myself. No, I have more than enough. I'm abundant. Everything always works out in my favor. I'm in expectation of miracles and blessings. And so then the universe will respond to that vibration, as opposed to everything's horrible. And, you know, again, a lot of times we don't realize that we truly are the co-creators of our life. And that whatever you are dwelling on, that's what the universe is going to give you, whether it's positive or negative, because everything's about frequency. And we do get to choose where and how we align our thoughts to match vibrational frequencies. So I just really want people to understand the depth of what this is saying about pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings and surroundings, but more or less your thoughts, because your thoughts become your reality. So I just really wanted to make sure you guys understand that. So yes, pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, as they may contain vital information about the changes you are about to experience. Trust that the angels are guiding and supporting you through this process, and have faith in your abilities to navigate through it. Have faith in your abilities to navigate through whatever you might be facing. 555 is a manifestation number. It represents the power of thoughts, beliefs, and intentions in creating our reality. Oh, hold on. I just got a divine message to do something else. Give me 1 second. There is someone in particular I was just told to send this to. So apparently that person may be watching and needed this message. So the angels, wait, let me reread it. 555 is a manifestation number. It represents the power of thoughts, beliefs, and intentions in creating our reality. That's why I always say focus your intentions on what you want to manifest, especially during full moons and heightened spiritual times. The angels are reminding you to focus on your desires and visualize them happening. So that means even before you receive what you pray for, visualize yourself already having it. And again, this is not just about money. This is spirituality. Because I notice a lot of people that are coming to my channel, a lot of you are going through your spiritual awakening right now. And so you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your gifts, you're questioning your abilities. Focus on your desires, even as it pertains to developing your spirituality. Visualize yourself powerful, even when you don't feel powerful. Visualize yourself strong, at peace, happy, healed, enjoying life, INJOY. Keep your thoughts positive and trust that you are co-creating your reality with the universe. That confirms what I just said. But it's all about keeping your thoughts positive. And sometimes that's not easy as human beings when you are faced with, multiple challenges or circumstances, situations. Because Lord knows, I know tonight I had to check somebody real good. It's like you're supposed to provide customer service and you acting like a whole entire asshole, And that's why I had to ground and center myself and pray and meditate, because the person was just so incredibly rude. I just couldn't believe it, especially because I've done their job. Like, you're not supposed to treat people like that. So I had to stop, calm myself, ground and recenter myself, And remember that no matter what any energy does towards me, I have the ability to shift my thoughts to a positive frequency. And then that brings in peace and abundance and joy. And the joy of the Lord within us is where we find our strength. So in spirituality, 555 represents a spiritual awakening, a new beginning, and a path towards spiritual enlightenment. The angels are encouraging you to trust your intuition, follow your heart, and embrace your spirituality. You are on the right path, and the universe is supporting you every step of the way. So I'm going to go check on the clothes right quick because I think they might be done. I need to shift them into the dryer. But I'm going to leave this here for those who may want to read this. Y'all give me just a quick second. I'll be right back. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to leave it on so you guys can hear the music. All right, so I'm going to check that in about an hour. Hopefully they will be dry. All right, so back to it. So yeah, like I said, make sure that you are aligning your thoughts with a positive frequency, and you will manifest everything that you desire. And again, here is the link for those who want to look deeper into this and get more information. Grand Rising, DJ Sweet Tea. So good to see you. Yes, always. Abundance is the frequency I am aligning with. And I'm so grateful to the Most High God for healing and for strength, and for me shifting my focus back to that. Again, what you focus on, you give your power to. And the more challenges that I encounter, that, testing of faith, the stronger it's making me, and how much more it's increasing my faith in the Most High God that's within me, but also trusting myself and knowing that I can manifest anything I set my mind to. Yeah, that's why this ain't finna be, because like I said, at first I wasn't quite sure until I had to run the heat a couple days ago, and I was like, okay, there's a shit ton of black crap in, the vents that's triggering my sinuses, it's triggering my asthma. And affecting my breathing. And so, you know, the property is going to take care of it, but still it still has affected me, and that's not good, having asthma and Graves. So yeah, I'm going to definitely, you know, do what I need to do. So thank you for your concern, Cody. Appreciate it. Right. The way we speak to ourselves determines a lot, you guys. And I love how it says that, you know, maintaining a positive frequency and to pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings and your surroundings, and trusting that you have the ability. And that's the whole thing. Everything that we look for, we find it within ourselves. Moon water, I mean, I guess for me, it depends. It's individual. I'll be honest, that's not really a practice of mine. I do more of the salt water to cleanse energy. Now, one thing I do believe is that if you want to obtain a specific thing, like say, for instance, you want a business at a specific location, or you want a business to start at a certain property, or like for those who are transitioning to entrepreneurship, and let's say you want to go apply for a business loan, you know, you can take earth from that location and take water and pray over it, make the water sacred, and pour it over the earth that you took from the location. And then you can speak your affirmations and what you want to manifest into that bottle of water and drink it, and do that every night before you go to sleep and every morning. And you will see how that increases it intensifies the manifestation that you're calling in. So moon water, I'll look more into that. But I'm more of a using water, period, as a conduit for manifestation, especially because I am a water sign. So good question, Cody. I will definitely look into that for sure. Oh, it's Monday where you are? Oh, technically, yeah, it is after midnight. So yeah, that is true. Yeah, love the 333 for sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Praying for the healing of the night terrors for sure. See, the insomnia that I deal with is a symptom of Graves. And so I'm usually up late anyway. That's why I tend to go live late, because I'm usually already up. So since you mentioned 333, let's get into that real quick. And then I am going to go into the subject because I want to be able to get some good sleep tonight. So yeah. Yeah, that just means those are, if you're experiencing that, that's spiritual attacks in your sleep. So definitely pray over yourself before you go to sleep for sure. Thank you, Faye. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Right. Being an advocate after you've experienced a trauma. Absolutely. So let me see. Did I put this in the chat? Hold on. Oh, I did. So here's the link for this page. So 333 as a manifestation number. Okay, the hanger is like super annoying. So seeing angel number 333 repeatedly is a sign that the universe is trying to communicate with you. The angels want you to pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and intuition. They are urging you to trust your instincts and take action towards your goals. I love that. Take action towards your goals. When you see angel number 333, it's a signal for you to let go of any limiting beliefs and doubts that are holding you back. And what I have personally been working on is canceling the assignment of limiting beliefs, because that's definitely a generational curse that I was taught. And it's an unfortunate thing when you grew up in a household where all you heard was the parent constantly speaking about lack and never having enough and how everything's so bad. And you really do have to put in the work to heal that and break that generational curse by the minute that negative thought comes up, replacing that with a positive affirmation. Like I had to do tonight. Man, I don't think, in this particular discussion, I don't think I'm gonna have enough for this. Wait a minute. Stop. Don't say that. I have more than enough of everything that I need. Everything flows to me abundantly and flows to me unexpectedly. And I have no limits. I have no limits spiritually. I have no limits physically. I have no limits emotionally. And I have no limits financially. Everything I need is going to flow to me easily from within and from without, from unknown sources. Doubts as well, that's another limiting belief. When you start to have doubt because of the circumstances presenting obstacles and challenges, a lot of times those obstacles and challenges are set there to increase your faith and trusting in the Most High God and yourself. So it's all about replacing limiting beliefs and doubts with positive affirmations and repeating those affirmations and truly believing them. Because the universe is not going to respond to you if you're just saying it, but you don't actually believe it. The universe is going to respond to what you're truly feeling and what your actual intentions are. So the angels are encouraging you to have faith in yourself and your abilities. They want you to know that you have the power to create the life you desire. You have the power to create the life you desire. Asheo, I do receive that. 333 is a manifestation number. It's a reminder that you have the ability to attract abundance and prosperity into your life with your thoughts and beliefs. I can remember about 10 years ago, there were several people circulating on on Facebook, selling things, selling information about The Secret and all this stuff. And really, all that's just a gimmick for people to capitalize off of what we should freely already know, is that you truly have the ability to attract abundance and prosperity through your thoughts and beliefs, not through paying some other person to tell you, that you need to change your frequency. Just literally believing I am, capital AM, able to attract abundance and prosperity into my life. And I am worthy of that, and I deserve that. And so it shall come to me. That's an affirmation. That's an affirmation that you can repeat daily as many times as you want. And the more you repeat that and believe it, that is when the universe is going to respond to that vibration, and it's going to give you according to the vibration you are emitting out towards it. The universe is constantly responding to your vibration. It's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts. Again, it's essential to focus on positive and empowering thoughts. Empower yourself to know that you are capable of anything that you set your mind to. When you see angel number 333, it's an opportunity to align your thoughts and emotions with your desires. The angels are reminding you to visualize your goals and take action towards making them a reality. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor and everything is falling into place. Not the universe is punishing me. No, it is conspiring to help you manifest exactly what you desire. But you have to align your thoughts and feelings with deserving that. So 333 is a manifestation number. Wait, did I already read that? I did. Okay, scroll down. Spirituality meaning of angel number 333 also has a deep spiritual significance. It's a reminder that you are a divine being and you are here to fulfill a purpose. The angels want you to connect with your higher self and trust the guidance you receive from within. Seeing angel number 333 is an invitation to deepen your spiritual practice. So that's why I did that tonight. I made sure I took time to tap in from within and increase and deepen my spiritual practice of manifestation and affirmation and calming the mind and quieting the mind and connecting to my center. And it says to deepen your spiritual practice and connect with the divine realm. That's exactly what meditation and yoga is meant for. It's a reminder that you are never alone and your angels are always with you, supporting and guiding you. Take time to meditate, pray, or connect with nature to strengthen your spiritual connection. So again, take time to practice those things daily, and I guarantee you're going to start to see a change manifest and show up in your life. And again, shout out to everyone who's been signing the petition. Give me 1 second to post the link in the chat again. I want to thank everyone who has been supporting our petition. Family, please make sure that you share the petition. Shout out to all the 600, almost 700 signatures that we have. Thank you for your support. Please continue to share. And thank you for the signatures, but sharing it is the most important part, is sharing the petition so that we can get more and more signatures. And for those who want to know how to share, again, scroll all the way to the bottom. You can scan the QR code, or you can share on Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, copy the link, or send it via email. So again, shout out to all who have been sharing and signing the petition. Now, let's get right into it. So, of course, everyone's been buzzing about all this going on. And yeah, I'm about to get right into the tea. So yeah, Jay-Z breaks silence after Jane Doe drops assault lawsuit against him and Diddy. The system must protect the innocents. I'm gonna say my opinion. Again, all commentary on my channel is my opinion and alleged outside of my real life experience. Sergio Camel / Donkey Kong, you are not innocent. Just because, and I have a feeling this person was paid to drop this lawsuit, because I know that they were saying, well, there's some inconsistencies, but her attorney was adamant that her experience is valid. And whenever I see things like this, these sudden turns from victims, it just to me screams someone got paid. And that's actually very sad, because what happens is real victims are going to feel like there's not going to be any justice for them, and they're going to feel like no one's going to believe them, and it's going to basically stop people who actually are victims, who need help, who need support. It's going to stop them from wanting to come forward. And it's just, in my opinion, very unfortunate, because if Jay-Z really did do this stuff, if him and Diddy really did this stuff to this girl after the VMAs, then they should both absolutely be locked up. Like, straight up, they should be locked up. And I don't know, I just feel like something more to this story is going to come out later. I really do. Hold on. So yeah, all this, them claiming that they're getting death threats. I mean, all this just seems way too coincidental. And, the timing, I just don't believe that it's so very innocent. Hold on, let me take a look at something real quick. Now, Jay-Z has spoken out following the dismissal of a sexual assault lawsuit against him and Diddy, declaring the case baseless from the start. The rapper expressed his relief at the resolution and criticized the legal system for failing to prevent unfounded accusations. This is a win for justice. The false, malicious claims have finally been dismissed, Jay-Z stated, emphasizing that the allegations lacked any merit. The fabricated story they concocted was almost comical if it weren't for the gravity of the accusations. Now, to me, someone who would be taking serious these allegations would never think it was remotely funny or comical. And for me, what I'm feeling and hearing is a whole lot of ego. But at the end of the day, there are multiple accusations against Jay-Z, Diddy, and Beyonce. There are multiple accusations against these three people. So just because this person decided to drop the lawsuit, which again, we don't know behind closed doors what the purpose was for her to drop it. Because before they were saying about a month ago that her stories were inconsistent, but I don't think a person, I just don't see the length that she went through to prove that this was true, that she would all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm gonna just drop this case. It's giving RICO. And with RICO, they do bribe people and they do also intimidate people. And Jay-Z has a history of intimidation with women in the industry. Rihanna, that's the number one example. Him saying to a 15-year-old girl, a teenager, that if she didn't sign the record deal, the only way out that office was out the window. So it's weird to me for him to mention that the story was fabricated and almost comical. It's just very prideful. It's very prideful. It's very weird. Grand Rising Mookie. Right. And that's what I'm saying. There's going to be more to the story that's going to get revealed later. Like, straight up. It's going to get revealed later. Right. Exactly. That's the other thing. And I realize that the Wi-Fi here has a lot of unnecessary security settings. So in order for me to bring up the Satanic Ritual Calendar, I will have to use hotspot. But as I showed you guys yesterday, I mean, and you can pull it up on your phones too. The next Satanic Ritual is coming up on February 25th. And we are 15 days out from Candlemas. None of this stuff, in my opinion, is a coincidence whatsoever. But him saying it was almost comical, that's exceptionally egotistical. And someone who's innocent would be taking this very serious, that a woman who's now an adult has accused you of raping her, gang raping her when she was 13. There would be nothing comical in your response to that. That's very weird that he's so freaking elegant or arrogant. It's ridiculous. And that's what I'm thinking, Mookie. I mean, we look at what Diddy did to Cassie on video. We heard Rihanna say that herself, that the only way out was out a window. A 15-year-old, that's really weird to say that. So he has a history of being volatile with women, and multiple women in the industry have said that. So I'm innocent bullshit. And again, this is my opinion, which I'm entitled to. Right, Faye? There shouldn't be anything funny about that because he has kids. Specifically, Blue Ivy is the same age as the girl alleged that she was when she was like, that's not funny at all. That's what I mean. This is how you know people are so fucking arrogant that you would say the fabricated story was almost funny. No, it's not at all. Like, you clearly didn't take this serious. And it's giving, he paid somebody off, in my opinion. Allegedly, that's what I feel. He said, or the article says, the 55-year-old music mogul opened up about the personal toll the case took on his family, explaining how the lawsuit caused significant distress to his wife, Beyonce, not the mail order bride that has taken your last name off of hers, sir. Miss me with the bullshit. Their children and other loved ones. According to page 6, Jay-Z made it clear that the entire ordeal was an unwarranted attack on his character and reputation. Well, sir, you do have an alleged son out here who's been asking you for 14 years to take a DNA test, and his mom was also 16 years old when you allegedly slept with her. So again, there's multiple stories about you allegedly engaging in inappropriate sexual relationships with minors. A lot of people have talked about that. So it's just very weird to me, especially the fact that Ramir has made it very abundantly clear he doesn't want money from you. So what's your excuse for that, Mr. Carter? Ramir he's never asked you for money, so you can't say that he's trying to concoct a story for financial gain. That boy just wants you to acknowledge him, and you won't even do that after 14 years. It's insane to me. And yeah, he blasted the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, who has filed numerous lawsuits against Diddy, who is currently incarcerated. Jay-Z accused Busby of using the legal process as a money-making scheme rather than a pursuit of justice. It's also giving distraction because Beyonce just gave $100,000 to Busby's alma mater. And she did it right after Jay-Z was named in the case. Now all of a sudden you're coming for Busby. Sir, have several seats. And I hope you have a permanent seat in someone's prison. I wouldn't wish this nightmare on anyone, Jay-Z says. The trauma my family and I endured can't simply be wiped away with the dismissal of a lawsuit. Then why did you want so badly for the lawsuit to be dismissed? And if any of these accusations are true, then the trauma your family endured is your fault. Period. Like, just take responsibility. It's insane. The rapper then highlighted a critical issue with the legal system. While advocating for the protection of genuine victims, he stressed the importance of shielding the innocent from groundless accusations. The system must protect victims, absolutely, but it must also protect those wrongly accused when there isn't a shred of evidence. The courts failed in this case. You are just so arrogant. I cannot stand it. Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, also weighed in on the dismissal, commending his client for standing firm and refusing to pay any form of settlement. Spiro praised Jay-Z's determination to fight the case in court and expose what he described as bogus charges. The lawsuit, initially filed in October, initially named only Diddy as a defendant. In December, the accuser amended the complaint to include Jay-Z, claiming that both men had assaulted her at an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. In 2000, when she was 13, she alleged that she had been offered a drink that made her feel disoriented before the incident occurred. Jay-Z categorically denied the allegations from the outset. I don't think they meant to use the word outset because that's just inappropriate grammar, calling the claims an attempt at blackmail. With the case now dismissed, Jay-Z hopes to move forward with his life while continuing to speak out on the importance of justice for all parties involved. Jay-Z, I've never heard you speak up about being an advocate for any survivors of sexual abuse. So again, just miss us with the bullshit. It's ridiculous. Now, Jay-Z issued a scathing statement after the rape lawsuit against him was voluntarily dropped. This was on the 16th, so this was just yesterday. And one has to wonder why, a little over a month later, did she voluntarily drop the lawsuit when she's been adamant about her accusations against you? Back in December, Jay-Z's name was added to a civil lawsuit that accused him of sexually assaulting a minor alongside Diddy. And he's been legally fighting to clear his name. On February 14th, the Jane Doe, through her attorney, Tony Busby, voluntarily dropped the case. Following the filing, Jay-Z issued a statement celebrating. Here's the thing. No one has said why she voluntarily dropped the case. And the very arrogant shit he's saying. The 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. More like you probably paid her to tell her to drop the lawsuit, the same way that Kalina was paid, allegedly, by Diddy to refute Don's accusations of sexual abuse. I just don't believe this shit at all. Grand Rising, Jason Brown, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time and you just subscribed, welcome to Dee's World. Right. The best way to protect yourself from the satanic rituals is to be aware of it. And first of all, awareness is everything. 2, look for the signs. And 3, don't participate in group activities with people who have made it very well known that they salute people like Aleister Crowley and Baphomet. Deneen, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I'll go over that and show you. Right. It's just the way he's saying it so very arrogantly. Like, yeah, you know, it's no big deal. Like you're making a mockery of this case. And again, this is another attempt. This is literally a subliminal threat to other victims to not come forward. Because it's already hard for victims to come forward because they already believe that no one's going to believe them. And as a survivor of sexual abuse myself, I know firsthand what that feels like for people to not believe you. And it's disgusting. Definitely, I agree. He's definitely living in an alternate universe, for real. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it's giving, that she probably got paid to voluntarily drop the suit, because it's just crazy. And think about the date. She dropped the suit 12 days after the Candlemas and the Satanic Revel celebration. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to switch networks so that I can show you guys the Satanic Ritual calendar. Because like I said, I realized today that the Wi-Fi internet that they have here, it's been blocking a lot, which is quite annoying. It blocks a lot of websites, and even some of the streaming, it does that too. So let me switch networks real quick so that I can bring up the calendar for those who are tuning in for the first time. Okay, so I had to briefly disable and re-enable the other network. So give me 1 second. I'm going to bring up the calendar. And I will drop the link in the chat. Come on, man. Don't start doing all the extra slow shit. All right, so here is the link. Wait for, you know, right. And you know, sometimes that also leads to people dropping cases because they don't want to relive the trauma. Either way, and again, this is my opinion, which I'm entitled to. I don't believe that Jay-Z is innocent, nor did he. I don't. I really don't. I think that so that they don't look like the fucking they are. So there is, hold this up yourselves, either on your, phone or other device. So again, this is a exposing witchcraft, satanic ritual case, and I found this in 2018 when I was deep diving into satanic ritual abuse. The church that I now, recognize and see was actually a cult for over 3 years. Members at Christ Apostolic Temple, and then a couple of years later, I was date raped. People I grew up with at these churches when we all became adults, and us realizing that we all have been sexually abused by church members, relatives, preachers. And so that's why I had to dive into it, because I said, why would sexual abuse, be going on inside of churches? Even when I was on their spiritual warfare attack team, a lot of the buildings and churches, they had demons. They were like demon infested. And I'm like, how are these demons coming into these buildings where God is supposed to dwell? And we'll go pray demons out of the churches. We even did exorcisms, praying demons off of people, but then they kept coming. Because I left that church in 2006, and the second time that I was raped was a couple of years later. And between 2008 and now, pretty much, I have been like just obsessively researching why this even happens. Like, why does rape and sexual abuse even occur on this planet? What is the true motive behind it? And that's when I discovered about SRA, which is satanic ritual abuse. So they do abuse to sacrifice people to these low vibrational deities like Satan, Baphomet, Moloch. Moloch is the god of child sacrifice. And I would other people from the church in 2018. Y'all celebrate, because I really don't celebrate any of them. They have a root and a foundation in Satanism and Luciferianism. And people are so blind to tradition that they don't want to see that. So when I would bring up this calendar, they would just say, oh, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist. Nah, because a lot of stuff be happening on the dates that are on this calendar. Case in point, the Grammys. And I talked about this yesterday morning during my live. The fact that I didn't even realize until last night / earlier this morning that there is or human sacrifice. It's also the satanic revels celebration and the ritual sexual, oral, anal, vaginal, 7 to 17 feet through the station of a child. So all of the accusations for child sex, that if this is what they're doing, that's the reason for the abductions, and no one really into it. It's probably because of the network I had to switch to. I do yoga. Peace, love, and happiness. That's what I do, my love. And I eat pretty healthy. Is it still cutting out? Is it still cutting out? If it is, put a Y. If it's not, put an N. Starting your discussion of the church. Okay, so then what I'm going to do. My phone. This is bullshit. Okay, tell me if you guys can hear it now. Yeah, no, it's the network. And honestly, there's been network issues still doing it. It's StreamYard, because I'm not having, you can still hear the high vibrational music in the background, which means it's not it's not the internet, it's StreamYard, which they tend to do that. It's not going to stop me from talking about what I need to talk about. But thank y'all for letting me know, because I was sharing screen. Let's go back. So and I'm also listening on my phone to make sure that I can hear it. Because yeah, the network, it keeps connecting and disconnecting. But regardless, this is the link. That way, if it does this again and I can't pull it up, you guys can follow along. Like you can pull the calendar up yourself and follow along and listen. Found a way around this. Okay, if you guys can hear me, put a Y in the chat. I just figured out a way around this. Give me a second. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do since it keeps disabling the network because of the website. Like I said, the actual Wi-Fi here has some kind of weird ass security bullshit. Like it wouldn't even let me stream tonight, like just with regular just watching movie. And I told the property manager, and they're like, well, we'll contact them tomorrow. So again, it's been a lot of network issues. So what I did is I saved it as a PDF file. That way I can bring it up in my email and I don't even have to worry about the website. Now, again, if you guys can hear okay, put a Y in the chat. You should be able to see this. I can see that it's on screen. Yeah, because when I was using the hotspot, it got worse. Okay, so you guys can hear. Okay, great. Great. Okay. Why? Because they don't want me exposing this, and I'm going to do it anyway. So like I said, now that I've got the PDF file open, you guys should be able to clearly see. And I'm sharing screen from my actual email. And that way, I don't have to worry about the website causing, and like I said, it is a lot of network issues as well. So, hold on. Okay, here's the one about the death threats. There we go. Now, what I was trying to get to is here. Can I make this bigger? This is actually better because now I can make it larger. I don't know why I never thought to do this until now, but regardless, here we are. So if you guys, you should be able to see it. I've made it pretty large on the screen. Again, February 2nd, the same day of the Grammys, is their Candlemas Sabbat Festival, where they perform blood rituals using animals and or humans for sacrifice. And like I said, January 20th through the 27th is when they do abductions and ceremonial preparation and holding of sacrificial victim for Candlemas. And Candlemas occurs on February 2nd. And even while they are doing the abductions, they're performing sexual and blood rituals, oral, anal, vaginal, human sacrifice. So it's disgusting to think that these satanic people are using, again, sexual ritual abuse to sacrifice human beings. This is why, like, I remember the first time I heard of the term blood sacrifice in 2008. And it, believe it or not, it was on like underground artists on YouTube, especially on YouTube and on Facebook back then, where a lot of underground artists were exposing the industry then and saying that they were doing allegedly a bunch of blood sacrifices in the music industry, more specifically in the hip hop industry. That's also what really caused me to want to research this, because I was like, really? Because, you know, even with the whole Aaliyah sacrifice, they were going hard about that, about how a lot of these underground artists believe that Aaliyah was sacrificed as, you know, a victim. And it's very disturbing. Like, it's very disturbing, if this is indeed true, how they schedule these things. And the dates are not a coincidence. We got the Grammys happening during Candlemas Sabbat Festival, where they're doing animal and human sacrifice, and they're doing sexual sacrifices. And the next one coming up is this St. Walpurgis Day, blood sacrifice, communion of blood and dismemberment. I mean, it's disgusting. And then on March 1st, the St. Icadai, I think that's how you pronounce that, they do another blood ritual where they drink human blood for strength and to pay homage to the demons. I mean, this shit is diabolical. In all these years, people called me crazy and a conspiracy theorist, but now we're seeing real life events lining up with the dates on this calendar, and it's not a coincidence. Like, it's not a coincidence. None of this is a coincidence that they're doing, including Diddy being called to testify during this celebration, the Ides of March blood ritual assassination. I mean, it's like, come on, man. People cannot be that blind where they really think that this is all just coincidence. It's not. Not by any means. As far as I'm concerned, all of this shit is planned. And let me look up the date of the crashes in Philly. Because that just happened recently. So January 31st. Okay. That was 2 days after their St. Agnes Eve casting of spells ritual. 2 days after. And it's also right after the January 20th through 27th abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding of sacrificial victim for Candlemas, blood, sexual and blood rituals, human sacrifice. Whenever it says ceremonial preparation, that means each one of these, this is what I'm thinking, that each one of these days, they're doing satanic ceremonies to prepare the people that they have abducted, which again, this says female or child. So they're preparing children and females to be sacrificial victims for this holiday that they celebrate, that these two holidays on February 2nd. And it just so happens that that's the day of the Grammys, but it's just all a coincidence, right? And we're just all conspiracy theorists. Right. It's like interesting, but it's also disgusting. This is why all this shit with Diddy and Jay-Z, for me personally, irritates my soul, because it's like a laughing at, haha, we got away with it. That's really what it's about. It's the bragging that they basically got away, if indeed they did allegedly do these things. They're celebrating getting away with it when they should be being held accountable and locked up. Now, yeah, Diddy's locked up, but Jay-Z is not yet. Now, what I did see was these two getting indicted and arrested this year. I had premonitions of that at the end of 2024. It was Jay-Z and Beyonce, J-Lo, Drake, academics, which I'm going to speak on academics later on this week, possibly even, later tonight, and Brandy and Ray J. They're going to be the first ones arrested. So for him to have laughed at and say that the accusations were almost comical had it not been for the severity, how is anything comical? You want people to believe that you and your family were so traumatized while you also laugh off the accusation? That don't even make sense. If you and your family were so traumatized, Jay-Z, how could you have ever found any part of that woman's accusations comical? And both these motherfuckers look evil as hell. Yeah, this was published yesterday. Beyonce relieved that Jay-Z's rape case has been dismissed after lawsuit caused complete nightmare. Now she wants to play victim. Y'all both want to play victim. Miss me with the bullshit. The dismissal of Jay-Z's rape case has reportedly brought much relief to his wife. Beyonce, the award-winning singer, has supported her husband amid the allegations. No, she hasn't. See, this, Blast, I'm going to have to put y'all on blast. How is taking his last name off of her entire online presence supporting her husband? Not to mention all of the rumors about them already living separate lives and not even living in the same house, allegedly. Talking about from a Jane Doe, and is happy to see that the complete nightmare is now over, having initially expected it would go much further. Well, it is. Trust me when I say there's going to be more that's going to come out. And in fact, I found some articles on new accusers as well. Following the dismissal of the case, Jay-Z released a statement revealing that the allegations took a toll on his family, while also calling for the protection of both victims and those falsely accused. She looked evil as hell here too. This woman is just I swear to God, she's like a human manifestation of Lilith. That's exactly what I feel when I look into Beyonce's eyes as Lilith. Very, very, very deep. Very deep. Go ahead. I know that you're, go ahead, my love. Get some rest, and thank you for your support. I really do appreciate you. Right. Yep. Right. I'm actually getting ready to get into that for sure. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, Will and Jada too. They're also going to be getting arrested. Now, Yeah, earlier this week, Jay-Z's rape case was voluntarily dismissed with prejudice, according to court documents filed by the alleged victim's attorney. While the accusations lingered, the ordeal felt like a complete nightmare for the rapper and his family. Now that it's over, sources close to the family say that his wife, Beyonce, feels relieved by the outcome. Relief is too simple a word to describe what Bey is feeling right now after Jay's current legal issues were dropped. According to the source, the family tried to put on brave faces behind the scenes, seemingly by continuing with their lives despite the allegations. They were spotted attending the premiere of Blue Ivy's Lion King movie and also made an appearance at the 2025 Grammy Awards, where Beyonce claimed the first Black woman in over half a century to win Best Country Album. Now, again, they made a group effort to put on a good face during the Grammys, which also just so happens to be during both of these satanic celebrations. Crazy. Beyonce was stressed by the accusations and thought the case would drag on. Still, every moment the matter remained unresolved was a stressful time for Beyonce. They're doing a whole lot of talking about Beyonce, which still, in my opinion, I don't believe this shit. I believe this is another media distraction. I really, in my heart and soul, do not believe that that woman who said she was a victim all of a sudden decided to voluntarily drop her case. It's just given RICO vibes. Very strong bribery and potentially threatening harm vibes. It's weird. And the timing is not, I don't believe that the timing is even a coincidence either. I feel like this was all possibly planned. Yeah, as it brought back memories of when the Roc Nation founder had previously broken her trust. Why is everything about her? How could a woman coming forward over 20 years later saying that she had been allegedly raped by Jay-Z and Diddy when she was 13, how in the world could that bring back memories of him cheating on her? It's real weird the way this is even being brought about in this news article. Adding to the pain was the fact that their children were affected, as the accusations came with much media publicity and backlash. However, if the case had gone much further, just as Beyonce had expected, she anticipated that she would be supporting her husband in court, but you took his last name off of everything you have going on in the internet and social media. It's real weird. That's not a way of you standing by your man and, supporting him. It's giving you were trying to here's my opinion. I feel like she tried to distance herself from Jay-Z when she thought that the woman was going to win the case. And now that the case has been dropped, now all of a sudden you're supporting your husband. Taking his last name off of all of your brands is not showing support, ma'am. So make it make sense, because it doesn't. Now the singer can focus on more important things in her life without the weight of the case hanging over her. Beyonce can focus on her upcoming tour. This is all about Beyonce. They're talking more about her than Jay-Z. It's just, I wonder who the hell owns Blast. Why is everything about her? She had nothing to do with this case. But now you guys are making this all about her, and now she can focus on her music. She could have been focused on that shit. And even if she does focus on that shit, she's still going to be a horrible artist. Following the case dismissal, Jay-Z released a statement where he revealed that the accusations deeply traumatized his family. I'm not even. But then you go on to sarcastically bash Tony Busby by calling him a 1-800 lawyer and saying that the accusations were comical. It's just real fucking weird, bro. It's real weird. It's really, really weird. And I just don't believe any of this shit. I don't know. I heard that LeBron is being investigated. So I would not be surprised if he ended up getting arrested. That's why he got off of, he left his team, then he left social media. We haven't heard shit from LeBron. And LeBron was on a lot of videos that I've shared on my previous lives at the Diddler's parties. In fact, he was freestyle rapping at some of the Diddler's parties while Diddy stood there with one leg up on the table like he was air pumping a dude in the ass. It was real weird. The Epstein list, actually, I believe it already was released. I do think it was. Yeah, exactly. It's everybody, like the whole streets have been talking that they have allegedly been separated for a few years and that they've been putting on for the public. And that the only reason why she's even still tied to him is for the financial part of it. Right. Exactly. Damage control. Because why was this entire article focused on her and not Jay-Z? If the concern is relief about the husband, why are they talking about you? It's real fucking weird that they're doing all this talk about Beyonce. Now this one, death threat ordeal. Jay-Z and Beyonce revealed death threat hell after false child rape case as he slams frivolous and fictitious claims. Yep. They said that they met when she was 16, and then allegedly they started dating when she was 18, but he's a lot older than her. I think he's like, how much older? I think he's 12 years older than her. And let me just double check. I think they're 12 years apart. Yeah, 12 years and 3 months. So if she was 16 when they met, then he was 28. If she was 18 when they first started dating, he was 30. Again, why does Jay-Z have an affinity for young girls? Think about it. Jaguar was signed to him when she was 13. Foxy Brown was signed to him when she was 14. Rihanna was signed to him when she was 15. And he's older than all of them. And Beyonce. But we're supposed to believe that he's innocent because this Jane Doe person voluntarily dropped the case with prejudice, which means that it can't be brought to court ever again. It's definitely giving someone paid her, allegedly. Because why would she adamantly pursue this for as long as she did, and then all of a sudden just decide to just, voluntarily drop the case and he's not guilty, and, we're just supposed to believe that he's a victim, and just all this stupid shit. Like, bro, I just don't believe it. I don't. Yeah, the whole industry is, thank you, silent. And everyone who's being silent are people whose names have turned up on that Diddy party invitation list and in multiple videos on social media, especially LeBron James. LeBron was on that IG live with Diddy talking about ain't nothing like a Diddy party. Then the other video circulated of him rapping at the party. Now all of a sudden he left his team and social media, claiming that it was due to negativity with the sports industry. No, it's given you're in hiding like everybody else. Ellen took her ass out the country. So did Russell Simmons. Oprah's being quiet. Everybody's being quiet. Matter of fact, everyone who was on that 1998 RSVP to the Diddler's birthday party, they're all being silent. And Clive Davis was on that tape, and so was Donald Trump. And so was Will Smith. Yeah, 12 years older than her. Grand Rising Michelle. Like, it upsets me because when you've gone through a situation where you've been sexually abused and elite predators not only get away with it, but then they mock the very system that's supposed to be protecting actual victims and survivors, it's infuriating, because it's like no one's getting justice if y'all just allow people who have the money to pay people off actually do so. And then now real victims are not going to want to come forward. Because again, you already feel like no one's going to believe you, because that's what the predators, condition you to believe, that no one's going to believe you. Every one of us who have been sexually abused as children, you heard that from the person that sexually abused you, that no one's ever going to believe you. Even if you were sexually abused as an adult, you more than likely heard it then. So this shit that they're doing, this fucking media campaign, not okay. Not at all. And now they want to play victim. Oh, it affected our family. Blah, blah, blah. We're getting death threats. Well, y'all have been accused of more than just sexually abusing people. They have been accused of performing satanic rituals on people. This exact type of shit is also what certain victims have been accusing Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy of allegedly doing. So like I said, this is not actually a victory for them. This is a distraction. But trust me when I say more is going to be revealed in 2025, because I've already seen all the premonitions. They're not getting away with this shit. They're not. They will be held accountable by the Most High God. Now, this one says, Jay-Z and Beyonce revealed death threat hail after false child rape case as he slams frivolous and fictitious claims. This was also published yesterday. Rapper Jay-Z says he and wife Beyonce were sent death threats after he was accused of raping a girl of 13. The 55-year-old claims the allegation in a new abandoned lawsuit was intended to cause him maximum distress. And I'm really getting sick and tired of Beyonce trying to portray herself as a white woman. That really irritates my soul, especially for her to keep doing this shit during Black History Month. Because when has Beyonce's skin ever been this light? She looks like a mixed girl. She's like, why are you trying so hard to not assimilate with the melanin that you were born with? The blonde wig, all the time. It gets whiter and whiter and whiter. At least back in the day when she was with Destiny's Child, she wore a lot of blonde, braids and blonde hair weaves, but she still looked like she was Black. She don't even look like herself. She's about as pale as Michael Jackson was. And she does not have vitiligo. Like, she's a complete industry plant. And it's like she's doing everything she can to not assimilate with who she really is. Because I guarantee you, Beyonce doesn't even know who the fuck she is. The fact that she proudly said that her husband taught her how to be a woman, that's also just very telling. That it sounds like grooming speech. Your husband taught you how to be a woman? He's a man. And she was allegedly a minor when they met. But I'm sick and tired of this propagating your Eurocentric look when you're Black. Be who you are and stop trying to look like something you're not. It's real weird. And it's offensive to all the fucking ancestors that got lynched so that your stupid ass could be free. And him and these ugly, you and these Timu ass, your nappy roots are showing, sir. With gray in the nappy roots. And you still got these Timu ass looking dreads that don't match the color of your Timu ass. You and your mail order bride need to just go on somewhere. I swear to God. Because this look ain't it. This look is given, you need to be under the bridge with all the rest of the people who look just like you on Sam Houston Parkway. Don't make no damn sense. You got all that fucking money and look like that. So it says he is now suing his accuser's lawyer, Tony Busby, who filed the allegation that he and fellow rapper Diddy attacked the girl at a 2000 MTV Music Awards after party. In court documents, Jay-Z says social media comments online responding to Mr. Busby's public statements about me and accusations against me have caused me harm. What type of harm? It doesn't look like you're suffering from anything, mentally or emotionally. So, when people say shit like this, like, explain the harm that it's caused you, sir. If anything, it's just giving you more publicity, which is horrible, with no resolution for actual victims, which is even more deplorable. For example, people have said, I can't wait until you join Combs in prison, then later in hell. I mean, a lot of people feel that way. I feel that way. That's my opinion, because you're a piece of shit, in my opinion. We're all entitled to our opinions. Hence the First Amendment of the Constitution. Other comments have accused me of being a Satanist and a trafficker. Oh, let's shed some light on that since you want to play victim. It amazes me how people can be so fucking evil and still try to play victim. It's insane. Now, you're wondering why people are calling you a Satanist, sir, when you idolize the founder of the Church of Satan, and you created an entire clothing line with the terminology, do what thou wilt. I remember when he came out with this bullshit, I was still just on Facebook. I had never even had a channel on YouTube. And I was exposing this shit on my Facebook page, and people were like, you should stop saying that because, they're going to come for you. Ain't no fucking way that a man who idolizes Aleister Crowley, the founder of the Church of Satan, and then you produce his symbolism every time you perform, and not just you. Look at all the people behind him doing the same fucking hand symbol. But you're not a Satanist? We're accusing you when you've publicly displayed your affinity and your devotion to Baphomet and Lucifer and Satan. Sir, miss us with the goddamn bullshit. I've been exposing this shit about you for decades on Facebook. Now I'm doing it on fucking YouTube. Because you're full of shit. Maybe if you didn't have images out on the internet aligning with the founder of the Church of Satan, no one would be thinking that you're a goddamn Satanist. It don't make no fucking sense. It doesn't. And here you are again, next to Anton LaVey, above John Lennon, who also said, do what thou wilt as long as it doesn't hurt somebody. Then you got Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Then you create a whole goddamn clothing line with this, kiss my black ass with your tongue out and tell me how the fuck it tastes. You are full of shit, Jay-Z Carter. And you're going to pay for it. I keep telling y'all, God is holding you accountable. You are going to pay for the shit you did. You're not getting away with it. Grand Rising, Lisa. Thank you. How can a man teach a female how to be a woman unless he don't have dick and balls and he has the same genitalia? And clearly you have dick and balls because you have kids. It's really weird. Beyonce sounded like a victim of grooming when she said that. And she was an adult. It's real fucking weird. Exactly. She looked pale as hell. Don't look like she got an ounce of melanin in her goddamn skin. But that's what the industry wants. The industry wants this false Eurocentric. This is what they see as beautiful, because being your black self, you can't be, you can't celebrate melanin excellence in the industry. You notice all of the women in the music industry who promoted natural beauty, they're not popping anymore. Angie Stone, Lauryn Hill, India Arie, those were all black melanated women that I grew up listening to that promoted being proud of their skin. Queen Latifah, But now you have this woman looking like an industry plant. She looks like a white woman. And this is not about me hating white people. This is about me hating black people that's on that Willie Lynch cooning ass energy. And our ancestors did not die for y'all to coon. Beyonce has such a huge influence over social media and the media. She could be wearing her natural hair like I do and celebrating her melanin skin. But no, she is more and more getting more pale. I'm like, when the fuck did she get this light? And they can't say it's lighting because she's sitting right next to Jay-Z. So even if it was lighting for the purpose of the photo, she's 50 shades lighter than him. From a distance, you wouldn't be able to tell that she was black. Looking at her, you would think that she has one parent that's Caucasian and one parent that's mixed. And yeah, her mom is of a lighter complexion, but her dad is not. Her dad is darker than Jay-Z. So this bullshit narrative that we have to look Eurocentric to be accepted in the industry, all of y'all can kiss my ass with that bullshit. Every slave that died and got lynched and hung and tarred and feathered and drug up and down streets with their carcasses burnt did not die for this fuckery. And seeing as how I am from the home of Malcolm X, I'm not standing for this shit. That ugly ass wig and it looking like you bleached your whole goddamn body don't make no fucking sense. What it's saying is that I hate the black in me. I hate myself. That's what I see when I see this fucking picture. And that's the example she's setting for her children and for all the people who are influenced by her on social media. This new generation is going to think this is what they need to aspire to look like. And when I grew up, I aspired to look like the women who celebrated their natural melanin excellence, their natural fucking hair, their natural fucking bodies, their natural fucking skin, not this bullshit. Don't make no damn sense. And then you got this stupid motherfucker up here talking about, and they accuse me of being a Satanist. Well, nigga, if the shoe fits, wear that goddamn motherfucker, because that's what this shit is giving. You don't align with Aleister Crowley and then say you're not a goddamn Satanist. Make it make sense. You stupid as hell, Jay-Z. Again, the world's dumbest villains are Jay-Z and Diddy. Swear to God. Swear to God. I'm so goddamn sick and tired of it. I swear to God, I'm so sick of it. Yeah, I don't care about all that other distractionary shit, y'all. No offense, I'm gonna just say this. If I'm not speaking about Maggie and Jaguar, please keep that shit out my chat. Y'all are being a distraction. I don't fucking care about that shit anymore. Everything I had to say, I already said. Let's stay focused on what I'm presenting. Otherwise, get out my chat. I'm being nice, but I'm telling y'all right now, y'all keep talking about this distractionary shit. If I'm not talking about it, you don't talk about that shit in my chat. You're being a distraction. I'm talking about what matters. Exposing this satanic fucking system and bringing awareness to it. I don't give no fucks about what these dumbass bitches on YouTube have to say. I don't care. Stop being a distraction. Year of exposure for real. I definitely think he groomed Beyonce. I really do. I really, really do. The more I look at this shit, it's just giving groomed. Like she will do whatever he tells her to do, even to her own detriment. And it's very sad. It definitely don't look like her. It looks like a clone of her. Because I'm just like, how the hell did she get that much light? When did you get this light? Matter of fact, let me pull up the Beyonce with Destiny's Child. Because you ain't finna tell me the older you get, the lighter you get. You can miss me with that bullshit. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do a side by side. Let me drag this over. We got Beyonce 2025. Beyonce back in the day. Now, she's a little lighter. Here she's a little whiter. Why? Beyonce with Destiny's Child. Much darker in her complexion. Even here, she got crazy eyes. And oh, she got crazy eyes in this picture. God damn, she got crazy eyes. She still don't look like she does not look like this. It's fucking weird. But we have her here looking like she actually, you know, is of melanin complexion. Hell, even this one. I'm just wondering, ma'am, how did you go? Let's go back. How did you go from this to this? Like, for real, how? How, Sway? How did you get this light? One thing I cannot stand is when a black person projects self-hate with this type of bullshit. I can't stand it. Stop trying to be something you're not. Stop trying to be something you're not. And embrace your natural beauty, embrace your natural skin, embrace your natural hair. This woman has been fake her whole life. And again, she paid homage to her husband for showing her how to be a woman. And what I really believe is that he showed her how to present herself to be approved by the industry, because the industry hates black women who celebrate their natural beauty. Look at all three of them got on wigs. All three. Ain't no fucking way you finna tell me that your skin went 50 shades lighter the older you got. That don't make no damn sense at all. None. Here he is. This is the actual Destiny. This is the Destiny's Child cover. She looks black here. I don't know what in the hell happened here. Because I remember when I saw her with the Cowboy Carter, you know, cowboy hat, and I'm like, she about as pale as that fucking hat she has on. Why are you trying so hard, Beyonce, to not be your black self? Who told you that your black was not beautiful? Because my black is beautiful, my love. Then meanwhile, you got your husband saying he's not a Satanist while displaying satanic, you know, it's just the audacity for me. It's the audacity. It's the sheer audacity. See, DIDDY? That's crazy. Yeah, it's the self-hatred. Exactly. Because if she would take off, all this bullshit, she would see how naturally beautiful she is. But all this platinum blonde wig, bleached ass skin, then it doesn't help that you got on all this extra. It's like, I do not want to assimilate with my true ethnicity. Meanwhile, my husband is putting up all types of satanic symbolism. And this is also a shirt from his old clothing line. And again, look at all these fucking people at his concerts putting up the same symbolism as Aleister Crowley. But you're not a Satanist. You're not a Satanist, right? Do as thou wilt. Really? Really, Jay-Z? Really? But now you're all of a sudden you're a fucking victim. You're a victim, right? Miss me with the bullshit. Oh, and here's the thelemic symbol, which I talked about. Thelema, the dark sex magic, which was also founded by Aleister Crowley, the founder of the Church of Satan. But social media caused you harm? Nigga, please. Stupid shit. And I'm just like, wow, you know, the audacity of I'm a victim after being accused, and you and them fucking lips and them fucking Timu ass dreads, you should be ashamed of yourself. Right, Get It Together is one of my favorite songs. In fact, I'm gonna sing that cover soon. Thank you, Faye. That's what makes this shit even worse. That's why I'm getting so passionate about this. It's Black History Month, where we're supposed to be celebrating our ancestors and our melanin excellence, not hiding it. That don't make no damn sense. Right. It's just crazy to me. It's like the more evil she gets, the more she changes her physical appearance to not look like who she was born as. And ma'am, you were born as a Black melanated woman. Yes, your mother's Creole, so I can understand your complexion being lighter, but you were not born to look like this. It's like y'all shitting on the entire legacy of our ancestors and what they died for during Black History Month. It's fucked up. Andrew, thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you. Right. And they can't say she suffered from vitiligo. She ain't never had an issue with vitiligo. All them pictures of her back in the day? No. Ain't no way. Yeah, it's just that I don't want the distractionary conversations. I really don't. I have said all I need to say about that, and I'm moving on. I don't care. I really don't. I want y'all to stay focused on what we're talking. This is what matters, not all that distraction. And that's another fucked up thing that content creators are doing, is the continuity of the Willie Lynch mentality during Black History Month on YouTube. That's why I'm no longer responding to anyone bringing that shit to my attention, unless it's something that is defamatory or slanderous, which I've always said. I am not going to any of these people's channels and watching their content because I don't give a fuck about what they have to say. What you focus on, you give your power to. If people are focused on speaking negative of me, they're giving me their power. And guess what? I'm taking that shit and I'm transmuting it into what really matters. So I just don't want to constantly see y'all putting that shit in the chat. And then next thing you know, y'all are having a whole side discussion and not paying attention to what I'm presenting. What I'm presenting is important. So if you're bored, then just leave the chat. But don't start these side conversations about people that are non-motherfucking factors in my mind. Just being honest. So it sounds good to see you. Because I'm right. And I believe she definitely was chosen to be groomed by him, allegedly. The age gap, the way she gushed over him, turning her into a woman when he's a whole entire male is real weird. It's real weird. And that's weird. Why do you need to bleach your skin? You should be proud of the skin you're in and stop trying to change it. It's real fucking weird. Yeah. Exactly. I love my melanated skin. Ain't no way I wouldn't trade it for nobody. And I would not try to make myself be someone I'm not to fit in an industry that's full of corruption. The very fact that this man started a Do Without Wilt clothing line says everything about him. But he wants to play victim and act like people are coming for me and they said I was a Satanist. Well, then you shouldn't have projected yourself as a Satanist, and no one would have said that you were a Satanist, sir. You're not a victim. It's like, let me jump on the victim campaign now that that case has been dismissed, and I want to sue for emotional distress. Meanwhile, you proudly display these Aleister Crowley symbols every single time you perform. It's bullshit. Yeah, calling him a Satanist, a trafficker, a terrorist, and a monster. Well, and not you saying they called you the N-word when you use the word nigga in all of your goddamn rap. See, this I'm gonna be a victim shit is annoying when you're far from it, sir. And then talking about threatened violence against me and my wife, including you know what? I cannot with the bullshit. I cannot. Like, for real, Jay-Z and Beyonce irritate my soul. I cannot stand them because they're so fucking fake. It's ridiculous. Moving on. Now, Diddy up here talking about he might be broke by the time he heads to court despite his billion-dollar fortune. This was also published yesterday. These are all distractions. He's currently locked up. We know that at MDC. He's denying all the allegations. We know all that bullshit too. So, despite his wealth and resources, Diddy may be broke by the time the victims see their day in court. Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to the dates on this victim mentality. He said this yesterday. This was published the same day. So again, now that that lawsuit's been dropped, they're both victims now. Jay-Z and Beyonce are allegedly getting death threats, and Diddy's saying he's broke. Oh, everyone feels sorry for us so that no one will think that we're guilty. Sir, I would say probably 80% of the population feels like you're guilty. You and Jay-Z. And for all we know, you, Jay-Z, and Beyonce are all in on this shit together, allegedly. But this, have pity for me? I'm not. I can't wait for all of y'all to get locked up and stay locked up. Straight up. I cannot wait. Diddy may be broke by the time the victims see their day in court. Romani explained that the legal hurdles ahead could drain Diddy's fortune, estimating that defending himself could cost tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's just for the criminal case. Things get even messier for the music mogul when you consider the multiple civil lawsuits against him. Diddy has been hit with disturbing assault accusations in the civil cases, claims he has strongly denied. And it says Combs spent decades building his billion-dollar empire, making his fortune through music, fashion, and high-profile business deals. Now, what's weird to me is there is a half-naked man standing behind you, and y'all always wearing white, which is also another symbol that they use for pure and innocence during rituals. With the legal fees piling up and lawsuits coming at him from every direction, the big question is whether Diddy will still be a billionaire when this is all over. I highly doubt it. In fact, I don't even think he's a millionaire now, or billionaire now. Diddy's lawyer, Erica Wood, slammed the lawsuits as part of a reckless media circus and stressed that her client categorically denies every accusation. In the whole, he's looking forward to providing innocence. And of course, they go through the case getting dropped against Jay-Z. So again, these I am a victim story bullshit narratives, y'all can kiss my ass with that. So yeah, Bad Boy Records is removed. Again, they're doing everything they can to try to save their image, and really the damage is done. Even with her, the majority of us are not going to believe this shit. Even with the case being voluntarily dismissed, the majority of us are going to feel that that person was paid. We're not believing that either of you are innocent. We're just not. Now, Houston attorney Tony Busby filed 7 more lawsuits against Diddy for alleged sexual misconduct. This was also published yesterday. Amazing how all this was published on the 16th. A little over a week before their St. Walpurgis satanic celebration of blood, rituals, communion of blood and dismemberment, and a little over a week and a half after the satanic revels. Again, all this shit are distractions. Over the weekend, prominent Houston-based attorney Tony Busby announced on social media more actions taken against music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Busby said his firm has filed 7 lawsuits in New York State Court against Combs, alleging more cases of sexual assault, sexual battery, and sexual exploitation and several other defendants are named in these lawsuits. According to Busby's Facebook page, these new lawsuits involve incidents that go back more than 2 decades, spanning coast to coast. One new lawsuit being filed by Busby allegedly involved a minor. The cases filed this week are being brought for conduct that allegedly occurred as far back as the year 1999. And keep it in mind, I just showed y'all on the live before last that 1998 Diddy Party RSVP VHS tape. And as recent as 2022. So we're talking decades of alleged abuse, and he's still claiming that he's innocent. The egregious conduct alleged in these filings occurred in Los Angeles, Miami, and New York City. 3 of the plaintiffs are male, and 4 of the plaintiffs are female. 3 of the plaintiffs are male. One of the victims was only 15 at the time of the alleged exploitation. As has been our practice, we will let the allegations in these filed complaints speak for themselves, and we will work to see that justice is done in court. As we approach an important deadline, we expect to be filing additional additional cases naming Mr. Combs and other defendants as we continue to gather evidence and prepare formal filings. He also said on social media that his legal team has been working alongside colleagues in New York and Los Angeles to investigate the claims. So last week on February 10th, Busby wrote on Facebook about another lawsuit filed against Combs, alleging he drugged and assaulted an aspiring musician. I don't care about them trying to promote that. The Busby law firm filed another lawsuit in New York State Court alleging sexual assault and battery against Diddy. Several other defendants are named in the suit as well. The case is brought on behalf of plaintiff John Doe, who at the time was a young musician living in Los Angeles, playing shows and trying to earn a record deal. This new case alleges that a talent scout for defendant Sean P. Diddy Combs invited John Doe to an A-list birthday party, arranged for Doe's pickup in a private car, and personally waited for him to arrive at the event. Once Doe arrived, Combs approached him, handed him a drink, allegedly laced with drugs, and pretended to be interested in discussing Doe's career. See, here's the thing that I've noticed with all the accusations. They all involve them getting a drink. And if y'all remember on the Dirty Money video with Kevin Hart and Usher and Kalina, Diddy was bringing all them drinks on camera. It says, pretending to be interested in discussing Doe's career, Combs then allegedly took Doe into a separate room of the house and forcibly raped him. This is just another of many cases that will be filed before the end of the month. The Busby law firm will continue to proudly lead the civil efforts in this important litigation as we pursue these claims in court and ensure the victims have a voice that is heard. This is extremely disturbing. And again, all that shit being filed yesterday were distractions. Distractions. So that no one will pay attention to this bullshit. Right. I don't either, because all his property is in Janice's name. Wow. And that's very telling, seeing as how Young Miami scrubbed her whole social media of all the photos of him with her. It's giving bribery. Again, this is all tying in to the RICO part of the cases. Because how is he able to have a bunch of roses sent to Young Miami while he's locked up? Oh, I know it's not over for Jay-Z. Trust me, I know. There's about to be more stuff exposed about him. There are still victims that are males that are saying that he allegedly sexually assaulted them when they were young too. So this whole distraction about the 13-year-old VMA case being dropped, that ain't nothing but a distraction. No, Cody went to sleep, love. Me too, Andrew. I feel like they paid that girl off so that people would think that he's innocent. Straight up. Straight up. Thank you. No problem. I'm actually about to end the live, you guys. It angers me. The victim mentality. And here's another one. This was posted on the 15th, 2 days ago. Diddy files a $100 million defamation lawsuit days before another woman files sexual assault. So we have a man filing sexual assault yesterday. Then a woman files on the 15th, the day before. Diddy has found himself in 2 new legal battles, one of which he launched himself. Diddy's lawsuit is groundbreaking as he accuses several media companies of defaming him in the documentary Diddy. You know, I gotta go check on, I forgot that my clothes are in the dryer. Hold on, you guys. Because I am about to end this live and go to sleep. And I just remembered I forgot to check on those. So listen to the high vibrational music. I will be right back. I give that another 30 minutes and then they should be good. Because I do got to get up and take care of a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to be on the live much longer. But I want to bring awareness to this because them doing all this shit in the media is nothing more than a subliminal threat to actual victims to be afraid to come forward. In my opinion, I feel like that's the only reason why they're even doing this shit is so that people will be afraid to come forward. Trisha, that's truly what I feel. Like, for real. I really feel like they threatened, and they either threatened her or paid her or both. Because, again, with the RICO, let me bring that back up. See, with the RICO law, it covers bribery. It covers embezzlement. Now, the best way to get a victim to shut the fuck up, according to the RICO, it clearly has stated murder, robbery, kidnapping, bribery. And a lot of the victims who have come forward have said that they've experienced all of this, or they've witnessed people being sacrificed at the parties. The same way Kalina intentionally left Don hanging when she did her own lawsuit alleging sexual assault by Diddy. And then all of a sudden she does a whole social media campaign defending Diddy and saying she didn't agree with Don. Everybody on Instagram, when that was circulating, said they felt like Kalina got paid. And there was even news reports that Kalina recently allegedly got paid, and that she was one of the people that Diddy got caught communicating with a lot while he was locked up. So when the prosecuting attorneys, they did that filing against him, and he said that his cell was illegally searched, the prison was like, they were searching everyone's rooms, not everyone's cells, not just his. And that during that search and seizure of his cell, they found evidence that he had been in contact with Kalina over 100 times right before she went public with the smear campaign against Don, who, it was the three of them that made up Dirty Money. Now all of a sudden, the woman who accused after Jay-Z's named, now all of a sudden, weeks later, she just voluntarily drops the case with prejudice. With prejudice means that it can never be brought before the court ever again. So if she decides later to change her mind, she legally can't. So she just, if she was assaulted, then she got nothing out of this at all. And yet he wants to play victim and act like I'm so broke and everyone's, just like Jay-Z and they hurt me because they called me this and they called me that. Like, man, fuck the bullshit, bro. Ain't nobody believing that y'all are fucking victims, for real. Yet, Tracy, definitely catch the replay. Thank you, my love. You're welcome. Thank you, my love. And thank you for celebrating Black History Month. Thank you. Appreciate that. Beyonce on that, boy, I'm telling you, there are certain people in this world that the ancestors are so angry at y'all because what they went through was not for the fuckery that y'all are all doing. For real. So Sean Diddy Combs has found himself in two new legal battles, one of which he launched himself. Diddy's lawsuit is groundbreaking as he accuses several media companies of defaming him in the documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. However, days later, another woman filed a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault. Again, that $100 million lawsuit, just like the Courtney Burgess, Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Roku, unfortunate face looking ass, all that shit, these were distractions. And the thing that I love is that victims are not taking the bait and they are still coming forward. Alleged victims. According to Variety, NBC, Peacock, and Ample Entertainment are the defendants in Diddy's lawsuit. And again, how do you have money to do all this if you're allegedly broke? How, Sway? And you're sitting up in jail. Who's controlling your assets right now? Is it Janice? Is it your sons? Like, who's controlling this? Because you're doing a whole lot from inside of jail. The filing accuses the companies of falsely, recklessly, and maliciously asserting that Combs has participated in murder and sex trafficking. Well, everyone's been accusing you of that. In fact, over 200 accusers have said that about you, sir. So what, are you going to sue the accusers that are trying to sue you? This shit is stupid. Dumbest villains ever. The court documents refer to comments from Albie Shore and Rodney Jones, but the lawsuit did not name them. That's very interesting. It's very interesting that Diddy is not suing Albie Shore, the ex-husband of his baby mama, Kim Porter. That's real interesting. Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, begins streaming on Peacock on January 14th. The documentary attempts to explore several of the allegations against the disgraced music mogul, but focuses on his involvement in the mysterious deaths of his former partner, Kim Porter. The film also discussed Albie Shore's attempted murder and Biggie, Heavy D, and Andre Harrell's death. Regarding the lawsuit, Combs' attorney Erica Wolf said that the media companies made a conscious decision to line their own pockets at the expense of truth, decency, and basic standards of professional journalism. Now, I don't know who decided to code this website and use pale gray background with gray typography. I could have coded and designed this website better than that. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. It's very hard to read. Grossly, like clearly, if you are a web developer, you would use a darker hue for the typography. You don't put gray on gray. Like this is stupid. Grossly exploiting the trust of their audience and racing to outdo their competition for the most salacious Diddy expose. Defendants maliciously and recklessly broadcast outrageous lies in Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. In the purported documentary, defendants accused Mr. Combs of horrible crimes, including serial murder and sexual assault of minors, knowing that there is no evidence to support them. Pause. Courtney Burgess, Uncle Ben's Rice, unfortunate face-looking ass, definitely said, and we don't even know if he is telling the truth because half the shit he said was a goddamn lie. But he did say that he had evidence of the diddler allegedly sexually assaulting minors. So why haven't we heard shit about that? Since those flash drives were confiscated by the government, he received a subpoena and had to surrender the evidence. Why haven't we heard an update about what was on said evidence? But yet y'all continue to say that he's innocent while you actually have receipts because you guys sent a subpoena for him to surrender. Why haven't we heard shit about that? Very interesting. In making and broadcasting these falsehoods, among others, defendants seek only to capitalize on the public's appetite for scandal without any regard for the truth and at the expense of Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial. Mr. Combs brings this lawsuit to hold defendants accountable for the extraordinary damage their reckless statements have caused. Variety also states, the lawsuit points out that the documentary's executive producer, Ari Mark, admitted to the film being a rush job because of competing documentaries on the same subject. Next sexual assault case filed days after Diddy's $100 million lawsuit. According to People, another woman who elected to remain anonymous has filed a lawsuit accusing Combs of sexually assaulting her after a party in 1999. The filing reveals that the plaintiff was a 23-year-old model at the time of the alleged assault. On the night in question, she was a promotional employee when she attended a party hosted by Combs. She was allegedly introduced to Combs, who later invited her to his home so she wouldn't have to catch a train. However, the woman claimed she informed him that she was married and he promised there would be no inappropriate conduct. The complaint states that the woman eventually agreed, but on the car ride to his house, she began to feel drowsy and concluded she may have been drugged. As a result, she tried to text the address to her husband, noticing the address on the mail left in the car. She claims that she tried to contact her husband. The driver removed the pieces of mail so she couldn't see them. Once they arrived at his house, the anonymous woman alleged that Diddy tried to get her to drink more and made unwanted physical advances. The filing stated that she reminded Combs she is married and revealed that she texted her husband the address. Nevertheless, Combs groped her and began to use his fingers for penetration. She alleges this went on for at least 4 hours. Now that's insane. And I'm not going to lie, the story sounds weird. Now, I hate to say it, but something don't sound right with that. She told him she was married and revealed that she texted her husband the address, but he was able to do this to you for 4 hours. See, shit like this pisses me off because this sounds like a lie. So now I'm wondering, how many of these people have been paid to play fake victim? Because if you told this man you were married and you text your husband the address, why didn't your husband come and immediately pick you up? How was Diddy able to grope you and penetrate you with his fingers for 4 hours? It's like, if you are a real victim, This just don't sound, I'm sorry, it's my opinion. This shit don't sound right. I really feel that people are being paid to come forward as false victims so that no one will believe the real victims. That's truly what I feel. Like, for real, for real. Because that shit don't make no damn sense. Not at all. Not at all. You're welcome, my love. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't stand Courtney with his ugly ass. I swear to God. Right. I'm pretty sure they will. A lot of people feel like he did. Right. Thank you. Many fake victims to detract from the real ones, to be a distraction. And that's what's fucked up about it. Y'all giving all this energy and attention to people who, because that story, it just don't add up. And here's the other thing. If you're married, now it says she was a promotional employee. What is a promotional employee? And why is a married woman attending any sort of party at hosted by Diddy? And why would a married woman eventually agree to go to Diddy's home so she wouldn't have to catch a train? You could have caught an Uber, ma'am. Now, wait a minute. What year was this? Okay, 1999, I guess you couldn't have caught an Uber. But you damn sure could have called your husband. Why would you agree to go to his home so you wouldn't have to catch a train when you could have called your husband? This shit sounds made up as fuck, in my opinion. And the car ride to his house doesn't sound right. Because if Diddy has a driver, that means Diddy and the woman are sitting in the back seat. How could the driver have moved the mail? If the driver of the vehicle is sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle, how could the driver have moved the mail unless she was sitting in the front seat with the driver? And who was the driver that moved the mail? And how was she able to text her husband the address if he moved the mail? See, I'm so analytical. I'm analyzing all this shit. The shit ain't adding up. She claimed that she tried to contact her husband. The driver moved pieces of mail so she couldn't see them. Then you turn right around and say that she reminded Combs she was married and revealed that she texted her husband the address. So you told Diddy that you had texted your husband the address. You're saying that he gave you a drink. Why would you take a drink? Why would you go to his house to avoid catching a train when you could have called your husband from jump? This shit sounds made up as fuck. It really does. It sounds made up as fuck. That shit don't add up at all. It doesn't at all, Faye. It just sounds like another bullshit story for a distraction. Now, she actually does sound like a person who's lying. But that girl that was that 13-year-old VMA after party, I swear to God, that shit felt like it was real. But this shit just sounds like a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. Thank you. She could have called a taxi. They might not have had an Uber back then, but they got taxis everywhere. Hell, you could have called a jitney. Shit. But more importantly, you should have called your husband, ma'am. You agreed to go to this man's house as a married woman, and then you accepted a drink from him? First of all, I'm not going to nobody's house if I'm married, especially a man who had a reputation of sexually assaulting people. I'm not taking a drink from him. And I've been date raped. I know what that's like, for someone to put some shit in your drink and for you to not be able to fight that person off of you. But how could she have, if indeed she was drugged, How does she know that he was penetrating her with his fingers for over 4 hours? In 4 hours of finger penetration will make any woman sore as hell down there. This sounds like you was hot in the ass as a married woman and you chose to go home with this man. Because again, were you 4 hours away from your house? Why didn't your husband come get you if you texted him the address? Shit's not adding up worth a damn. And this feels like a purposeful false story to create a distraction. Keeping in mind, this was published the day before all the other, dropped case, the Diddy 100 million defamation lawsuit. This distraction on Boss Up was posted the day before all that came out in the media. Shit's not adding up. Something the milk definitely ain't clean. Definitely ain't clean. Thank you. Why would you drink the drink? Why would you tell him more than once that you were married? Exactly. A bunch of holes in her story to create distraction so that people, all they are doing is working overtime to get victims to be afraid to come forward. That's all they're doing. They're working overtime. And that alone, in my opinion, should tell people that these people must be guilty if they're willing to do all of this for distractions. Now, let me see. I think this is, let's pull this up. And then this will be it. And I'm going to end it. Now, this says this was published on Valentine's Day. I'm just trying to see if this has any more additional information than what I just read. In a fresh complaint filed Thursday on behalf of an unnamed Jane Doe. So Thursday was the 13th. Jane Doe accuser and obtained by USA Today attorney Tony Busby alleges Combs promised his client a safe place to sleep. See what I mean? See how the story has changed? Because the Boss Up article didn't say a safe place to sleep. It said he offered for her to go to his home so she wouldn't have to catch a train. Now USA Today is saying he offered her a safe place to sleep. Again, why is a married woman going to sleep at the Diddler's house if indeed she texted her husband the address? Why didn't the husband come get her? And why would you sleep at the Diddler's house when you're married? It's giving, I know I'm about to be exposed in this shit, so I'm playing victim. It's also giving fake victim distraction. Alleges Combs promised his client a safe place to sleep after an event he hosted, but instead drugged her and subjected her to hours of unwanted groping and sexual advances. Sean Combs believed he was above the law. He is not. Combs is a menace to society, women, and children. I do agree with that. While his wealth has kept him above consequences for years, Combs now faces the awesome power of the American judicial system and ultimately a jury of his peers who will be asked to punish him for the deplorable conduct described herein. In a statement shared with USA Today on Friday, Combs' attorneys maintain he is innocent. No matter how many lawsuits are filed, and Diddy, this outfit is given down low as fuck, bro. Just come out the closet already. Especially by individuals who refuse to put their own names behind their claims. Well, they refuse to put their names behind claims out of fear of retaliation, like most people have. It won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. Why do y'all keep repeating this when this whole case that she's speaking about is specific to her? That's weird. We live in a world where anyone can file a lawsuit for any reason. Fortunately, a fair and impartial judicial process exists to find the truth. Mr. Combs is confident he will prevail in court. Now, this does go deeper. It says the Jane Doe accuser alleges that around 1999, when she was working as a model and promotional employee for a radio station, she attended a VIP party hosted by Combs in New York. The woman, who now lives in Florida, alleges she told Combs she needed to leave to catch a train and avoid being stranded. Combs then offered his home as a place to sleep and encouraged her to have a drink. Again, why are you, as a married woman, taking another man's offer to sleep when all you had to do was say, hey, can you give me a ride to my house? Or can you wait while my husband comes to pick me up? This sounds like she wanted to fuck him. I'm being honest, it does. It sounds like you wanted to be able to say that you've been to Diddy's house, because this shit is not fucking adding up. I also noticed how in the USA Today article, they're not mentioning anything about her being married until right now. Doe, 23 at the time, alleges in the filing she told Combs she was married and that she would not fool around. On the drive to Combs' home from the party, Doe alleges she began to feel drowsy and suspected she had been drugged. In response, she allegedly texted her husband the address she saw on some of the mail on the floor of the vehicle. Again, too many holes in the story, because on Gossip, it says that the driver of the car moved the mail. But on this article, it says she saw the address on some of the mail. Why would Diddy have his mail inside of his car? That's really weird. Especially as, I guess they say he monitors everything. I would just think someone, especially him being a Scorpio, I just don't see a celebrity carrying his mail around in his vehicle if he does invite strangers in his vehicle. It just don't sound right. Once in bed at his residence, not once at the residence waiting for her husband to pick her up, who she texted. Once in bed at his residence. The accuser alleged Combs subjected her to 4 hours of continuous unwanted touching and groping of her breasts and genitals. Eventually, as the effects of the drugs wore off, Doe claimed she was able to insist on leaving Combs' home. So she's saying that he drugged her and that for 4 hours, this shit went on. Now, I'm not going to invalidate her experience if this is true, because again, I've been date raped. But the problem, ma'am, is that you agreed to go to his home and get in a bed. The first mistake was getting in the car with him. The second mistake was taking the drink. The third mistake was getting inside of a bed. If you felt like you was drugged, you should have called your husband. Better yet, you should have called 911. Not go get in one of his beds. That just don't make no fucking sense at all. The suit, one of more than a dozen civil actions taken on behalf of various named and unnamed alleged victims by Busby, is filed under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act and demands an amount in damages to be determined at trial. The latest legal action represents one small dot in a growing constellation of suits against Combs, who was once one of the most widely respected. Nobody give a fuck about what his past was. Multiple accusers have alleged he drugged them and took advantage of them sexually while they were incapacitated. That's the point I'm getting at. A lot of people have been saying that, but her story ain't adding up. And now we're getting two different versions of the story. Combs also faces a federal sex trafficking and racketeering case, which follows a blockbuster lawsuit brought by his ex-partner, Cassie Ventura, who alleges she was abused by Combs for years. The music mogul is currently in jail after being denied bond multiple times and is scheduled to head to trial on those charges on May 5th. He has pleaded not guilty in the criminal case and repeatedly denied any wrongdoing in all civil lawsuits filed against him. So yeah, this is just so frustrating. And then this will be the last, and then I am going to end the live. I'm going to come back for a part 2 later tonight because I do have more articles I wanted to cover, but I need to get in the bed very soon. Kanye West refollowed Diddy and claimed men are the real victims of abuse cases before his account was deactivated. Kanye, I have no idea why you're trying to clout chase and be relevant right now. Right. Men are the real victims of abuse cases before his account was deactivated. This was posted on February 10th. Kanye West refollowed Sean Diddy Combs and claimed men are the real victims as he shared his support for the jailed mogul before his X account was deactivated. Showing support for a man who's been accused by over 200 people of sexual assault says even more about you, Kanye. And what it's saying is they probably got some receipts of you being allegedly involved in said satanic ritualistic activity. That's fucking weird that you would all of a sudden come out of nowhere defending him. The rapper 47 shared a tirade of anti-Semitic, misogynistic, and racist comments amongst other posts before ex-owner Elon Musk declared his profile was classified as NSFW. Diddy is currently behind bars. We already know that. We already know he's vehemently denied. We're not going to keep reading that bullshit. Weighing in on Diddy's case on Sunday, Kanye asked Donald Trump to free Puff before condemning the Me Too movement and declaring men are the victims. Now, here's what's interesting about that. Why hasn't the Me Too movement said a fucking word about all these allegations against Diddy and Jay-Z this entire time? They've been very silent. And if any corporation, any movement should be speaking out against all this shit, it should be the Me Too movement. So I can't be mad at him for condemning the Me Too movement because they haven't done shit to be advocates for any of the victims. But him asking Donald Trump to free Puff, that is the audacity for me. In a now removed post, he wrote, Me Too rapes are truly disrespectful to people who have actually been held down against their sick will and been violent raped. Honestly, I agree with that. I agree with the fact that people who make false accusations about being raped is absolutely invalidating people who actually have experienced that. I don't support him supporting Diddy, but it's very weird that no one from the Me Too movement have spoken out or even offered any sort of advocacy for any of these people who have come forward as victims. It's real weird. Kanye then added, bitches deserve to get slapped. Okay, Kanye, you doing too much. Bitches deserve to get slapped sometimes, and men are the real abuse victims. Kanye, I think, you know what, Kanye? BetterHelp.com. No one deserves to get slapped. That says everything about you. That's you admitting to being abusive. That's weird. That's real weird. Good night, Andrew. Good to see you. That's real fucking weird. Shouldn't no one ever be claiming to be a victim when they really aren't? I can't agree with that. And I definitely am frustrated that the Me Too movement hasn't said an ounce or a word about any of these allegations. But the bitches deserve to get slapped, sir. You need to be inside of someone's psychiatric ward. And maybe you need to be in solitary confinement in someone's prison. If you really feel that when you call bitches deserve to get slapped sometimes, what's wrong with you? And then men are the real abuse victims? My God, the schizophrenia that is circulating the industry is insane. It's a complete contradiction. You're saying that bitches deserve to get slapped. Meanwhile, you're saying men are the real abuse victims when you're promoting abusing women. You know, a lot of y'all need to get on psychiatric medication because I'm noticing similar paranoid, schizophrenic, psychotic behavior amongst people in this industry. It's insane. Following a series of posts, his account was deactivated as Elon Musk confirmed the public won't be seeing his profile anymore. The musician had thanked Elon for allowing me to vent shortly before he shut down his account. Given what he has posted, his account is now classified as NSFW. You shouldn't be seeing that anymore. In Kanye's final tweet on Sunday night, he wrote, "I'm logging out of Twitter. I appreciate Elon for allowing me to vent. It has been very cathartic to use the world as a sounding board. It was like an ayahuasca trip." Yeah, sound like you on some shit. You might have been on the GHB special K cocktail special. That's what that sounds like. You out your fucking mind. Love all of you who gave me the energy and attention. Again, what you focus on, you give your power to. All these dumbasses giving a fucking abuser energy and attention. Till we connect again. Can't even spell. Good afternoon and good night. On Sunday, Kanye stressed he was in a good space mentally. You know what, Kanye? People who are in a good space mentally don't say that bitches deserve to get slapped sometimes and that men are the real abuse victims. I cannot. I just cannot. Kanye, you're pissing off the ancestors with this fuckery. They're actually telling me how angry they are at you. Sir, you're not in a good space mentally. You need to go seek some therapy and some medication. And I normally don't even support antidepressants, but I think you need something to help that chemical imbalance that you clearly have. And it's also giving a chemical dependency. Because no one who's in a good space mentally goes on that type of a rant on Twitter. That's crazy. That's psychotic. And you're promoting abusing women while supporting a man who has been accused of sexually and physically abusing women. You're also supporting a man that we all saw publicly beat the dog shit out of Cassie. So are you saying that she deserved that? Because that's what this is giving. Bitches deserve to get slapped sometimes, sir. You deserve to go get locked the fuck up. And I hope they lock your stupid ass up this year too. Oh my God, these people are so fucking ridiculous in this goddamn industry. Kanye stated the incarcerated mogul was a way better dad than me as he shared a supportive post after seemingly calling an end to their 3-year feud. Puff is a way better dad than my dad and a way better dad than me. He posts on X Sunday morning. Minutes earlier, he posted a photo of Diddy on the red carpet with 6 of his children at a 2020 event. I wish I had the relationship with my dad that Puff has with his kids. You have so many abandonment issues. You need to go get help, Kanye. Of all people that you could try to model yourself after, this is the motherfucker you chose? You could have chose Cat Williams, who actually is a good father. You could have chose any other celebrity that's actually a good father, but you chose Puff. So that's telling me there's some sort of financial motivation, allegedly, for this. Just like Kalina. Because ain't nobody in their right mind gonna support Puff after that video of Cassie came out. Why do you think LeBron and all the rest of them have been silent? You the only dumbass dick riding. So that's extremely telling, sir. In a bizarre twist, on Thursday, Kanye had voiced his support for the star in another series of rambling social media posts, launched into a tirade begging President Trump to free Puff and revealing he was releasing a Yeezy clothing line in collaboration with Diddy Sean John brand. Well, then I'd see, and I didn't even read that before I just said what I said. It's always some sort of money or business deal involved when people suddenly start showing fake support for people who are like, no one is supporting Diddy but you. And why would you do a clothing line collaboration with Sean John when no one even wears that shit anymore? I haven't seen anybody wearing Sean John since the late 90s, early 2000s. It's real crazy. And then thanking Kanye for his support, Diddy reposted the rapper's tweet about their clothing collaboration, taking the Instagram from behind bars. Again, how the fuck is he taking the Instagram from behind bars when y'all were supposed to have taken all the devices away from him that he was not, so that he could not communicate with people outside of jail? This shit is crazy. Thank you to my brother Ye and sharing the link. You know, I'm done. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I just cannot. I cannot. I really cannot. The way the delusions of grandeur are insane. They're so insane. And ain't nobody finna be wearing Sean John. That's just like people wearing that Do As Thou Wilt clothing line from Jay-Z. Y'all crazy as shit. I'm trying to tell you, BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com. Hit the link, po little tink tank, because you crazy as hell if you think somebody's going to support that shit. The fuck? I mean, he's definitely self-medicated in the worst way. Exactly. Talking about bitches deserve to be slapped sometimes. Sir, you deserve for someone. I ain't even going to say what I'm going to say. What I will say, can't wait for your ass to get locked up. I will say that. Now, with that being said, these motherfuckers are stupid. I'm about to end the live. Come back tonight for part 2. There's more receipts, more information, more things we're going to cover. Thank you to everybody who stopped by the live tonight. Thank you for those of y'all that stayed the whole time. I appreciate it. I'm so serious, Lisa, because I'm like, look, I can't even be mad. I got to go to sleep. I just, you know, his delusions are so great. But him getting locked up, that's going to be greater. So y'all come back tonight. Have a beautiful day today. Pray for the real victims, not these fake motherfuckers spinning these fake, you know, narratives for distractions. Pray for actual victims of sexual abuse. Pray for their healing. Pray for those children who are being abducted for the purposes of satanic ritual abuse. Pray for each other. Let's stay uplifted. Thank you, Patty Munn. And thank you, Faye. Let's stay uplifted. No worries. You'll definitely catch the replay, my love. And let's stay focused on what matters. Bringing awareness and providing advocacy for the ones who really need it. That's what we need to focus on. So let's focus on that, family. Have a very beautiful day. For those who are just tuning in, catch the replay. But come back tonight for part 2. Because like I said, I have more that I want to present about this subject. And I want to kind of deep dive into Kanye. Be doing a lot of the geometria comparison. So y'all come back tonight. Andrew, thank you so much. Grand Rising, RC117. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You all have a beautiful day. Love your family. And stay up and keep your energy elevated. Keep your spirits high. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.